I would bomb the out of them.
Back on the election campaign trail, candidate Donald Trump's policy was simple: bomb ISIL into submission. Now, as President Trump, it's more complicated. The battle to retake the northern Iraqi city of Mosul is progressing, but it's entering its 5th month, despite growing US support with troops and material in the fight against ISIL.
They are hiding amongst the civilian population all over Iraq and Syria, and we're focused on chasing them out in a sort of sequential campaign.
The US says ISIL has up to 15,000 fighters spread across the deserts of Iraq and Syria. Meanwhile, a promised plan within 30 days of the new administration to defeat ISIL has yet to materialize. However, in the final months of the Obama administration and after the first few weeks of the Trump administration, the battle against ISIL is bearing fruit. The group's leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, has reportedly fled Mosul. Many of his inner circle have been killed, and the flow of sympathetic foreign fighters who once flooded into Syria to wage jihad has slowed to a trickle, as ISIL has suffered defeats on the battlefield. The US has stepped up military action and aid to those fighting ISIL. More attacks from the air and logistical support. And on the ground, these armoured vehicles have just been supplied to the Syrians battling the extremists. More help could come. But there are geopolitical problems. The US had hoped improved relations with Russia could bring in Moscow to the global coalition.
If there's a way that we can combat ISIS with any country, whether it's Russia or anyone else, and we have a shared national interest in that, sure, we'll take it.
But investigations into Russian interference with the US presidential election are hampering any rapprochement. Moscow has not been invited to this week's coalition summit in Washington, and relations between Washington and Tehran have turned colder since the election of President Trump. The anti-ISIL meeting here in Washington this week will give the new administration here in Washington a chance to show any new thinking when it comes to how to fight ISIL on the ground. Also, perhaps a chance for the White House to admit that the war against ISIL won't be over anytime soon and renew its commitment that it's in it for the long haul. Nathan King, CGTN, Washington.